Hello everyone, my name is Supasit Sivalanan. I'm a doctoral student in Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. And today I would like to present a case study of research misconduct of Kohei Yamamitsu.
First, let me introduce the background information of the case study. Kohei Yamamitsu is a former assistant professor at the Center for IPS Cell Research and Application, or CILA, of Kyoto University. He claimed in his research paper published in Stem Cell Reports in 2017 that he has succeeded in producing brain tissue using iPS cells. Next, I will talk about how the story begins and how the case is investigated. It begins with the CILA's consultation office got an allegation that doubted the invalidity of the data in the paper. The office tried to recreate some of the figures presented in the paper using original data preserved at CILA, but they found the conclusion in the paper were not consistent with the preserved data. Based on a preliminary investigation, the university committee decided to conduct a comprehensive investigation. They collected related files and notebooks from laboratory and conducted multiple interviews with individuals related to the publication. In total, the committee found evidence of fraudulent data in all 6 main figures of the paper and in the 5 out of 6 supplementary figures. Multiple data that were used to make this figure are either missing in the original data or have been manipulated. As a result of these modifications, the manuscript does not support the main conclusion of the paper. Based on the investigation, the committee concluded that Yamamitsu has conducted fabrication and falsification in his research publication. Even if multiple authors contributed to this paper, but the committee concluded that all discovered research misconduct is attributed to the only one researcher. Based on the conclusion of the committee, Kyoto University decided to find the researcher out, and the author of the paper asked the journal to retake the publication. These are all of the main figures that found related cheating. As you can see, almost of them are the bar chart or graph, which are very easy to falsify or fabricate, but difficult to detect at the first sight. And based on this research misconduct case, the following prevention is announced from CILA and Kyoto University. First, CILA has implemented measures to deter and detect research misconduct, such as: first, all researchers have to submit their laboratory notebooks for regular review to an internal third party, and lab leaders are also responsible for reviewing the content of the notebook. Second, all data that support figures and tables will be submitted in designated format for storage, and the internal third party at CILA will make sure that all the data are present. And third, by teaching to all research staff about proper laboratory note-taking and data storage, and also educate for researchers to increase their awareness about research ethics and promote more communication about ethical research on researchers. Second, Kyoto University provides ethical education to students, faculty, and staff, according to the action plan for the promotion of research integrity, such as education on research integrity to students, education to graduate students on writing research paper, and etc.
Finally, let me provide you the summary and discussion of the case study.
First, Kohei Yamamitsu, fabricated and falsified in the figures of his research paper. Therefore, the manuscript does not support its main conclusion, and the paper was rejected. Finally, Kyoto University decided to fire him out. In this case, research misconduct are fabrication and falsification on the data and figures, which is a very common one that you can find in many research misconduct cases. And this is obviously misbehavior as a researcher. Let's take a look at a definition of research provided by the National Academy of Sciences. They state that the objective of research is to extend human knowledge of the physical, biological, or social world beyond what is already known. And in my opinion, research means a process to discover the truth of nature. However, what he did leads to an announced or wrong knowledge about nature, which probably affects humanity. However, I think this situation might be happen to anyone, as I already showed. Almost of all figures that found related cheating are the bar charts or graph, which is very easy to fabricate or falsify. And those figures are directly related to the main conclusions of the paper. I believe that we literally have a sense of what is not the right thing to do, but human actions are naturally based on emotion. Joy, sadness, fear, anger, and so on. This emotion drive our acting all the time. And if we let this emotion over-control ourselves, it may lead us to an extreme behavior, like in this case study. No matter his greed to receive reputation or his fear from any reason may drive him to conduct this behavior. Our emotions are always stimulated by outside, which we can control, but we can control the one inside by always asking ourselves what I'm feeling right now. And once we can call the name of the emotion playing inside, I believe that we can already control it partially. Actually, I have learned this called EQ or emotional quotient. So, we should not develop only IQ or intelligence quotient, but also EQ to be in control of our emotions. One more lesson from this case study I found is the one who responds for this situation is not only Yamamitsu, but also his leader, Professor Shinya Yamanaka, who won a Nobel Prize for his work in stem cell biology, and he is the director of SILA as well. When I searched for the information of this case study, I found the name of Professor Yamanaka more than the name of the one who performed research misconduct. It might be because of Professor Yamanaka is a highly successful person, so he is in the public eye, but also he is the leader of Yamamitsu. This gives me a lesson that the leader of researcher definitely needs to take responsibility for all aspects of a research, and therefore we should be very careful, especially the work from our team, that we are not the one who handle it fully. We cannot just let it pass easily because anything can be happen.
It's all of my presentation. I hope it will be useful for you. Thank you for your kind attention.